Congratulations on officially being under contract. We're so happy that things worked out for you. We're going to give you a quick overview of what to expect as far as the process goes in the next 30 days.
So the first step will be to turn in your earnest money. Now, I'm sure we talked about this when we put together the offer, but if you have any questions about that, let us know right away. If we didn't collect a check from you at the time that we submitted the offer, we'll need to get that within the next couple of days. Typically, the contract is going to require that that's turned in within 4 calendar days of us having your offer accepted.
Your first big deadline is going to be your buyer's due diligence time period. During that process, we want to make sure that you feel comfortable with the home, comfortable enough that you want to order an inspection. An inspection, the purpose of an inspection is that we're going to hire, or you're going to hire, an outside third-party inspector. Robin and I have a few that we've used over the years that we trust and we think do a great job, but if you have another one you'd like to use, you're more than welcome to use him. The general cost is about $300 to $400, just depending on the square footage. He's going to go into the property, he's going to check all the outlets, he's going to crawl in the attic, he's going to give the whole property a once over and just see what kind of general condition is it in, what needs to be fixed, and what issues there are. Once he gives us that list of what he thinks is wrong with the property and the overall condition of the property, we're going to review that together, we're going to go over it, and we're going to say, okay, are there any deal-killing items on this list? And you're going to say, yep, this issue right here is a deal killer for me. And I'm going to ask you, or Robin's going to ask you, hey, if we got the seller to fix that, would you still be interested in purchasing this property? If you are still interested in purchasing the property if the seller fixed that, we're going to go ahead and negotiate and see if we can get them to fix that. The other things that we're going to be looking for on this are safety issues. If the electrical panel's double lugged, that's a safety issue. We're going to negotiate to try to get that fixed because I want you buying a property that's safe. The other thing we're looking for is things that are not working for their intended purpose. So if there's an AC unit that's not working, we're going to negotiate and try to get that fixed. Things that we're not looking for on this are, if the carpet's old and needs to be replaced maybe, that might be something that you guys need to take care of because it's more of a cosmetic issue versus a function or a safety issue. It's really important that during this process you feel comfortable with the home because during your due diligence period, we can cancel for any reason whatsoever. You wake up, the sky's blue, you want to cancel, we can cancel it and we can get your earnest money back.
Right, and so with that, you'll look and see which ones do you want to fix. The inspector will also go through some basic maintenance of your home and give you some good ideas of maybe things that don't need to be fixed right away, but that you should plan for in the future, or different things that you can do to just make sure that your home remains in good condition. So keep in mind, as we talked about when we first sat down and talked about the whole buying process, you can cancel at any point during your due diligence time. So you truly could wake up one day, say the sky is blue, I've decided not to buy this home, cancel with absolutely no penalty, no consequences. Your earnest money would be fully released. We don't have to prove anything. You don't have to show pages of the inspection report or show your reason for canceling. So this is the time for you to really look at this property and make sure you're fully comfortable moving forward. The other things that you'll review during this time, in addition to the inspection report, is the PR that will come over from the title company. Now this is the report that's just going to show that there's no clouds on title with your home. There's no issues that may come up later as far as somebody else having a vested ownership of this home. And also that all of the parties in the transaction are clear and able to move forward. There's no judgments or liens against the property that would prevent that. The other thing that you're going to review during this time is your seller property condition disclosure. Now this document, the seller filled out. They went through basically any items that they're aware of with the home that may have been an issue. So if there was a leak in the roof at some point, they'll note that and how they remedied that issue. So we'll go through that together, make sure you don't have any questions. Typically, we like to get that document before your inspection so we can get a copy over to the inspector and they can be aware of any issues when they go through and inspect your home.
Also attached to the body of this email is the other important dates with this transaction. Coming up is your financing and appraisal deadline. We have the exact date in the body of this email. What that's for is by that deadline, we want to know that your property has at least appraised for what you're purchasing it for, that it's in good condition as far as the appraisal goes, so the bank will lend you the money on it, that there's nothing that needs to be fixed according to the bank, and that your financing is 99.9% done. We want to make sure that the lender is just, a couple of I's being dotted, maybe a T being crossed away from being done with this. After that comes up your settlement deadline. The great thing about your settlement deadline is that's where you get to sit down, sign a bunch of papers, and you're almost officially a homeowner. The way that it works in the state of Utah is you usually sign the paperwork, and then 24 to 48 hours after you've signed that paperwork, the home will officially be recorded into your name. There's got to be the money transfers, the paperwork double checks, and all of that good stuff to make sure that it's officially your home. But once that happens, we're going to go ahead and give you a call. We're going to get you keys, garage door openers, everything, because you officially own that home.
Again, you guys, congratulations. We're going to be touching bases through the whole process, but if you have any questions that come up, please don't hesitate to give us a call.